Well, the holiday season can bring some happiness and joy, but it can also bring some very stressful moments.
This much is true, but in today's Glow Up, brought to you by Keller Hearth and Home, we welcome Dr. Tami DeCoteau. Now, she's going to go over some ways to reduce holiday stress. Dr. DeCoteau, everyone is sitting on their edge of their seat to hear what you have to say because we all have some stress. We all want to know how to get through it.
Well, hello, Dr. Tami. I do want to ask, what kind of stress can the holiday season bring?
Well, the holidays are a really hectic time for anybody, and we have to remember that nobody's immune to stress. And when we begin to feel stressed out, it's simply our body's way of telling us that we need to take better care of ourselves and we need to slow down and rest and relax and maybe scale back a little bit. So the holidays can bring the kind of stress that makes us feel exhausted, that leaves us not enjoying the season the way that we should.
Sure. And during this season, what are some key things we should remember, especially when it comes to dealing with stress?
Yeah, I think that it's really easy to get caught up in all of the festivities and the shopping and lose sight of what the season is really about. And the holidays are meant to be a time where we can gather with our loved ones and celebrate what really matters to us. And traditions are a good way to help connect us with our values and give us a sense of comfort and belonging. So celebrating those old traditions or creating new ones.
Sure, sure.
So I'm looking forward to what you're going to help us with next, because you're going to give us 3 basic points that can help reduce some stress, maybe over the holidays or just in general. I'm honestly getting stressed out a little bit right now just thinking about the stress of the holidays. And that's not an exaggeration. I'm literally like a little stressed out right now. So can you give us your 3 basic tips of how to help with stress?
Sure. One of the things that people want to remember to do is, again, reconnect themselves with what the holiday is really about and create meaning. We do that by spending time with our loved ones, having fun together, being playful, and lots of laughter. When we laugh and we experience a sense of joy, it actually deactivates our stress response system, lowers the cortisol in the body, and triggers hormones that help us feel calm and have an anti-anxiety effect.
That's great advice, Dr. Tami. I do want to ask, I have the luxury of being able to fly home and be with my family this holiday, but for some of us don't have that, right? Some of us may have loved ones in another part of the country. For those people who may not be with their loved ones this holiday season, what tips can you offer to them?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. I think that we, since in the last 2 years, we figured out some really unique ways to connect with people via social media and computers. So to the extent that people have the ability, I would say, get online, do a Zoom session. I know last year when COVID was happening, my spouse and I were playing games with friends via Zoom. And so we can connect electronically, and if we can't connect electronically, we can find some other local people that may be willing to invite us into their homes.
Sure. And Dr. DeCoteau, is there any time when you say, okay, maybe you just don't need to be around a particular family member, or just don't put yourself into that setting? Does that ever come up, or are you of the school of thought that you could always try to work through it?
Well, I think we have a tendency to set expectations for ourselves because we think that other people expect it, and that really just leads to more stress. And so I would say if you find yourself doing things because you think other people want you to do them, it's okay to scale back this year. Simplify and say no.
Got it. Love it. Well, Dr. DeCoteau, thank you so much for the tips. We appreciate it. I know our viewers appreciate it. And thanks again to Keller Hearth and Home for this Glow Up segment. For more information, you can visit DeCoteauPsychology.com to get a hold of Dr. Tami DeCoteau.
That's right.